going to have a look at two articles concerning Cleo Smith. Both are Daily Mail articles, and the links are in the description. The first one tells us that the missing girl Cleo Smith's parents, the mum and stepdad, are ruled out as suspects by police. And this has been stated after the parents, the mother, biological mother, and the stepdad have been cruelly abused online by sick trolls. So we're going to have a look through the article. I'll be reading it out word for word pretty much. So perhaps that's a little boring for you, but you can always refer to the link should you wish. Cruel online trolls have been accusing Cleo Smith's parents of being involved in the girl's disappearance, as detectives confirm they have been ruled out as suspects, and the Western Australian Premier is forced to step in to defend the couple. We want to make it clear they are not suspects in this investigation. They have been helping us, said Detective Superintendent Rod Wild, who is leading the investigation. As you're aware, 4-year-old Cleo disappeared from the family's tent at the Kuoba Blowholes campsite near Carnarvon in Western Australia on October the 16th. So there we go. So the police, the head of the investigation, has come forward clearing the parents. I mean, I would presume, I don't know anything about such matters, but I would presume that the police are being very honest in this regard. They're not always honest. They do withhold certain information, and they can play some games in order to help with their investigation. But if we presume that the police are being honest, then the parents are no longer suspects. Which is, I've got to say, that's a good thing. I've watched some videos. I think it's from the Behavioral Panel on YouTube. It's a very good channel, YouTube channel, and I mean, if you look through these pictures, and if you look at the mother in speaking on the subject, I mean, she's clearly a doting mother. So I would find it hard to have any level of suspicion against the mother in this regard. The stepdad, cruelly, men are always put in the under the spotlight in this kind of situation more than the woman. I guess a stepdad is one step removed from a biological father, and in his interviews, he's very withdrawn. Very withdrawn. He barely speaks, as the behavioral panel notes in their videos. He barely moves his mouth, which can appear to the layman. I'm a layman. You're a layman. It can appear like he's hiding something, or he doesn't care. But I don't know. I personally, I was able to sense. I'm gonna say this for whatever it's worth. I was able to sense that he's a lost man. He's distraught, and he just wants to collapse in a hug, in an embrace with his wife. To commiserate, if that's the right word. Perhaps it isn't, but to commiserate with themselves, to grieve with themselves, because they've not had the opportunity to do so, I would imagine, given that I'm going to say the body has not been found, or she has not been found, and they've been under the spotlight 24/7. They've been involved in the hunt for Cleo. So I don't know, man. That's got to be obviously extremely mentally taxing for the both of them. The stepdad's somewhat odd behavior, it isn't necessarily odd. It can just be a reflection of his personality and the awful situation he's in. So I think it's a very good thing to hear that the police officially are saying, no, look, these are genuine parents. They were not involved with her disappearance, and clear their name, clear that cloud of suspicion over them. I think it's good for everybody concerned. So there's that really. There's that article. The article just goes into further details about how Cleo, the time that Cleo went missing, etc., etc. We'll have a brief look at this second article here. The worrying escape routes out of campsite where little Cleo disappeared nearly 3 weeks ago, as investigators admit the abductor could have snuck through CCTV, closed circuit television, black spots. So the article tells us that there's not a great deal of CCTV in the area. There's not a great deal in the area, and it could have been, frankly, I mean, I'm being a little bit too short on this article, but the assailant, the abductor, should there be one, which I guess is really the only presumption at this point, would likely have been able to exit the area without being caught on camera. So, I mean, I guess it's a little bit odd to lament the lack of surveillance, but at times like these, that's when you kind of do want to be able to refer to CCTV camera footage to be able to identify the perpetrator of an extremely serious crime. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Perhaps not the best video nor the best subject, but the police in Western Australia have cleared both parents. They've categorically stated that they are not suspects, and unfortunately there seems to be quite a bit of information that due to a lack of surveillance cameras in the area, an abductor could have gotten away, fairly easily. So there's the video. Obviously, condolences to all concerned, and obviously we wish the best for Cleo. I guess we'll see what happens.